Good morning. Don't mind how really rough I look. I just had an IBS flare up. So, yeah, I kind of threw up my guts for a second, not to be TMI, but anyways,
Oh!
good morning and good vibes. Today I will be going on a plane. I'm just really glad that I've been getting all kinds of messages from the universe today because yesterday I told my husband I was so nervous because I don't do heights on a plane. And so thankfully though, I'll take some stuff with me, like a book or something to distract me on the plane. But yeah, am I ready for this? No. But yeah, I pretty much got most of stuff sanitized and organized yesterday, and our book bags are all washed and dried so we can pack stuff up, and then we're going to head out by I think 4-ish, right babe? 4?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna head out by 4 because we're a bit far from the airport. So but yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on. So I'll let you guys know what else goes on when we're in the car and we're going to the airport. So yeah, see you in a minute. Or what? See you in a little bit.
Let me get this together today.
Whoa, I got so dizzy. Oh my gosh. Good morning. I'm at the airport, as you can tell. What the heck? But anyways, I'm here. I went through security and all that good stuff. So I'm definitely happy to say that it's gonna be a good day. We're here. Welcome to Chicago. Chicago. Wow. Look at that, guys. Ooh, look. So cool. Hi, I'm back. All right, so first of all, you guys, I'm going to share my experience because it wasn't the greatest. We'll just go with that. But overall, I am very proud of myself because you know what? I really overcame a lot of emotions and just, I don't know how to explain it. I guess as I talk about it, maybe I'll know how to explain it, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm going to talk about my experience though, being on an airplane, because I haven't been on one in quite a while. And, growing up, when I was little, I wasn't really nervous about going on planes, but hear me out. You hear all these things on the news about all these planes. If you know, you know. I'm not going to even say what I want to say because no. When I found out I had to go on a plane, I thought to myself, bro, that honestly made me quite nervous. I wasn't really scared, The wind's being crazy. Sorry, I think we're gonna be getting a little bit of storms today. I don't know. I'm looking kind of like over this way because this is where the wind's coming from. And I think we might be having a little bit of a rainy day. I don't know, rainy forecast, something like that. I know when we were traveling through the states to come back to where I'm at, my home, we were experiencing all kinds of different weather. So, but yeah, it's real windy here, and I do see a couple gray clouds. Some over here, but there's mainly some right over there. So, anyways, yeah, ow. I don't know what the heck I did to my hair, but the way I did my hair is like not feeling great. It's a pain in the butt. Anyways, I really overall am glad. Oh, dang, horsefly. Sorry. These horseflies are crazy down here. They're not nice. They hurt. But anyways, I don't really remember much of the ride. Um I either disassociated or I was just feeling too sick to my stomach to just worry about the plane or anything. Like, I just was focused on my breathing, and I just remember like waking up and we were in the air. I don't even remember us taking off. Like, I do remember getting on the plane, and I do remember um basically, putting my book bag underneath me and all that stuff, potato, potato. And then there was this really nice lady who sat next to us. She was really cool. And her nails were so pretty. They were like this really beautiful pink color. And I don't know the shape of it, but like she had like these really pretty bows on her nails, and I had to compliment her nails because they were so cute.
Slay! Slay!
Like, listen, I'm not a fan of pink, but that color was a very pretty color on her. And I loved the bows. That just made the whole look just so beautiful on her nails. I complimented her and she was like, "Oh, thank you." And I'm like, "It's no problem." Like, I just thought she was so cool. Like, her style was just so awesome. And I just was like, "Okay, I like that for you. Like, this is definitely you. This fits you. Okay."
Period!
I loved it. But yeah, I was a nervous wreck as well. And so to distract myself, I just made myself at home on the plane. But listen, dude, just remembering some of this stuff, like, I'm like, oh, because I was so high up in the air. And there was moments where I was like holding on to my husband, and I was like shaky a little bit because I was so nervous because we were super high up in the air, and I'm like, oh no. And so I was holding his hand, and my hands were sweating, and it wasn't on purpose. It was just because, I'm so high up in the air, and I'm like, oof, no. And so my husband's like, babe, it's okay. And I'm like, no, get me out of here. Like, I wasn't actually screaming at the plane, but like, I was thinking in my head, like, sir. I was not really for it, but I just looked straight ahead. I looked out the window for a little bit, but I looked straight ahead, and I didn't even bother to look down because I just knew if I look down, I'm going to throw up. And there's somebody sitting in the seat next to me, and I don't want to do that. So, butterfly, I saw butterfly, sorry, I got distracted. But yeah, I was not feeling it. It was way too high up. Um, That was terrifying. But I got through it. And then I remember we just went straight back here after that. And I didn't really like, I wanted to, but I didn't really get all of the state signs. Because, honestly, there were certain parts of the interstates where we were traveling with me and my husband and my father-in-law to get back down here. Like, I didn't really see any state signs because we were just like skipping through some stuff. Like, I don't even know. It was crazy. I was asleep also, so that's also partially why I didn't get some of the state signs, is because I think, I don't know what the word is for this, but I don't know if I got plane sick. I don't know if that's what you call it. Um, I know when I look down, I realize that when I'm in a plane, it's a bad idea because I will get very nauseated and I will most likely puke. So I don't want to do that. So I either look straight ahead and I just don't look down. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was a pretty smooth plane ride though. A little bit of turbulence from what my husband told me. I didn't even really notice it because I was sleeping, because I either disassociated while I was in the airport, so I didn't really get much of the airport, or I got some stuff in the plane, videos, but I looked away because I'm like, no, no, I did not want to look down, that was a lot, but it's cool though. I got through it, and I'm just grateful that I'm alive because that was a lot. But yeah, how did I feel though? Um, I was very nervous. Even my husband noticed it because my husband was like, "Come on, let me get you some Starbucks." I know when you're nervous and you're getting overstimulated easily, that's what your go-to, and it is. Starbucks is my go-to, especially the cake pops, and like um the new lavender Starbucks drink. I can't remember what it's called. I'll have to have my husband get that for me today on the way home because I need me some Starbucks because I didn't get it at the airport, and I am so sad about that. And like, in the morning, I wanted to, but the one Starbucks was closed, but the other one was open that was in the airport. But by the time it was open, I got really nauseous. And I think it was because, like, my IBS in the morning, when I smell certain foods, it makes my insides feel so sick. Like, it makes me feel uncomfortably sick because certain smells are just like, no, no. And it's not that I'm pregnant, because I've literally have taken so many pregnancy tests just to make sure. Because my husband's like, you only need one. And I'm like, no, you're getting me more than one, because I don't trust just one pregnancy test. Like, at least get me like a couple of them. So he was like, fine, okay. So he got me them just, so that way I'd be reassured. And I'm telling you, I'm not. So we're good to go, okay? I just have IBS, and it's been like this since like my husband and I first got together, and I'm not gonna lie, it's been getting worse. So I'm honestly thinking about doing a health journey with you guys. I was gonna do that on my other YouTube channel, but I didn't really get too far with that from what I observed. But I'm gonna get back into that slowly but surely. It's just really wind. Bear with me. Come on, wind. They nabbit. Okay, I don't see it stopping anytime soon, so we're just gonna pull through. We're gonna be determined, okay? It's okay. So, I'm gonna go on a health journey though, get back into like eating healthy stuff. I'm gonna probably make health content where, I show you guys what I eat. Ever since I got off the plane, Like, I was like, oh, my baby. All I thought about was my daughter because I was just like so nervous. That plane ride really made me miss her because I was like, oh my God, like, I knew I was gonna be okay, but a part of me was just like, I want to be able to see my baby again, you know? Because, like, she's not even a year old yet. She's 7 months now. I barely even slept when I had to get ready for the plane. Like, me and my husband, we stayed up all night because he was like, if we're gonna have to get up at like the crack ass of dawn, I don't want to sleep. I'm just gonna wing it and pull through. And I'm like, okay, all right, that's what we'll do then. And that's exactly what we did. It wasn't the greatest thing, but you know what? It's okay because we got through it. And I don't know how, but his behind early in the morning was hungry for Burger King. I'm like, what? I'm like, no. I can't, dude. Because, like, my stomach, I don't know. Like, when I was little, and, like, me and my mom would, like, go to the airport to go up to Ohio to see my family for, like, the summer or something. We'd always get Starbucks, or I'd tell her, I'd be like, hey, I want a cinnamon roll. Because, you know, Cinnabon, they had all those really delicious cinnamon rolls for breakfast in the morning. So she'd get me a cinnamon roll. That was disgraceful. I had to do something real quick because a bug tried to get in my mouth. Anyways, ew. As I was saying though, ever since, you know, changes growing up, I now cannot eat certain things. So I think I'm just gonna start eating, you know, more healthier until I can get my gut to be more healthy again because my gut is hating me right now. So, anyways, though, sorry if that's too loud if I have the microphone too close to me. I'm still learning how to work this thing. I literally just got this microphone. I got it off Amazon and it was only like $8.99. Maybe not even $8.99. I think it was a little bit less than that. I mean, it was still $8, but it wasn't probably that many cents. But anyways, yeah, it was a pretty good dang deal for these. So yeah, I'm really happy to get these, you know, in my life because man, did I need these because oh my gosh, my audio sucked for my videos. At least that's what I thought. Anyways, yeah, my man got Burger King and then I thought about getting something on the way out of the airport, but I just all these bugs are like trying to get in my nose holes. Like I don't appreciate that. That was rude. But anyways, yeah, I didn't get anything though. I did try and sip on a little bit of water. And I don't know why that came out like that. I'm sorry. But as I was saying, I meant to say I tried to sip on a little bit of water as I was saying, and I had a couple of some Cheetos, but yeah, that's about it. So, but yeah, I'm going to get back to you guys with another video, and I'm gonna do some video story time stuff. If you know, you know, where basically I share with you guys why I went on a plane. So I'm not gonna say why yet, but I'm going to share some certain things, but not everything. You know what I mean? Just things that are okay to share and things that aren't personal and that aren't like, you know what? How do I want to say this? I want to say things that are okay to put on here because I don't want to violate anyone's business. I don't want to put anybody's business out there because it's not my business. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be genuine about it, and yeah. So I will be back with another video though. But listen though, that was a crazy plane experience. But it was a smooth ride towards the end. I don't remember much of it because, like I said, I fell asleep. I don't even remember taking off. But I mean, I'm just glad that it went that way. I would rather fall asleep than be sick and throwing up on everybody on the plane. You know what I mean? That's just nasty. But listen, I don't want to hear anybody telling me in the comments, okay? Why would you fly on a plane if you're sick? Da 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 da. Listen, I am not sick. I haven't had flu. I've never had COVID or any of that shit. Alright? I ain't had COVID-19, nothing like that. I've had the flu, but not recently. And I made damn sure that I did not have no temperature or anything like that before I went on board. Alright? So, I am not sick. I just have IBS. If you don't know what it is irritable bowel syndrome. It is where my insides get easily irritated, either by certain smells, certain tastes, certain textures. And you can even ask my husband. When I'm eating certain things, especially when I'm trying to process certain things, especially if I'm having a flare up, you'll know. Because sometimes I'll do this with my fingers because I'm trying to process what I'm tasting, the flavor. Or sometimes you'll know because sometimes I feel like I'm gonna be sick to my stomach and I have to like either take a breath, like I have to go, you know what I mean? Or sometimes I just have to close my eyes and take a minute, and I just have to pause what I'm doing. I have to stay in the present moment and just close my eyes and just focus on the present moment. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it helps when I have IBS. It really does. It helps calm my stomach down and it helps regulate everything else. So sometimes all you got to do is breathe when you have IBS. But yeah, I'm very, very happy that I got to experience a very successful plane ride with my husband. This was our first plane ride. And even my husband was saying, this was not my ideal version of our first trip. And I told him, I was like, I thought it was really fun. We got to adventure together, and, we got to enjoy a nice ride, and you got to experience being on a plane. I don't even know if he's been on a plane before or not. So I have, and it's really interesting. I mean, as long as you don't look down for me, of course, because I will puke. I will be sick. Had to make sure my microphone was on. My bad, because I don't know how charged these are, and I haven't charged them. I just learned how to figure this out. I don't have a damn clue of what I'm doing with this thing. So, anyways, though, yeah, it's been a lot lately that's been going on in my life. So, I'm just grateful though that my father-in-law is here. My familia is feeling a lot better now that we're all together as a family, and now that everybody is settled in and everything is pretty much calmed down. And yeah, I'm just really, really, really excited for all the new adventures that we're gonna go on, because I know for a fact that my father-in-law wants to do a lot of interesting things, like especially fishing. He loves to fish as well as my husband. That's like their favorite activity together. So my husband is probably most likely, of course, going to get a fishing license because you gotta have a fishing license to fish here. So we're gonna get a fishing license since they like to fish and I like to fish too. I used to fish with my papa when I was little, and he used to fish with his dad growing up. So we'll get us a fishing license and we'll find some really cool places to fish and we'll catch some awesome fish, and that'll be really, really fun. I'm really excited for that. And I also know some really cool places that we can go to. Damn, that was a lot. I also know some really cool places that we can go to in Savannah that will like, and especially for the kiddos, for my daughter and my niece, that'll be really fun. Oh my gosh. Me and my husband are just, we're so excited. So many new things are happening. And I'm not going to tell nobody because it's a surprise. And nobody's going to know until it's online. All right? I ain't sharing nothing else. The only thing you guys will know, though, is that I'm going to be getting out another video, as I said before in this video, where I share why I had to go on a plane, but I'm not telling nobody business, alright? I'm not going to get too personal, alright? I will be asking what I'm allowed to talk about, because, of course, I want to be able to explain why I went on the plane ride. But, hear me out though. There are certain things that are personal, okay? As I said before. So let's keep it respectful, alright? Cool. That's the goal. That's the intention, is to keep it respectful. And be mindful, of course. So yeah, we're not going to say that other word because, no. I just don't care to. Anyways, though. Is this on? Okay, yeah, it is. I had to make sure. I'm like, is this on? I couldn't tell. The sun's like shining so bright. And I couldn't tell if the green light was on, but I see it. Okay. So, yeah, I'm really excited to try different snacks with you guys. I really want to try different, like, snacks from Sicily, Italy, because that's where my ancestors come from. That's where I come from, is Sicily, Italy. So I'll see how my husband feels about that, about me getting some snacks to try from Sicily, Italy, because I really want to try tasting like food from where I come from. Like, that would be so freaking cool. And like, I know if my papa were here, he was also Italian too, so I know for a fact he would love to try snacks from Sicily, Italy. And I definitely want to try some too. It'd be definitely really, really fascinating to try some of my culture, That's awesome. My heritage, where my ancestors came from. So, yeah, I'm really excited. Stay tuned, and thank you guys so much for watching and for just staying tuned and for all of the kindness, the love, the support. Thank you for being an amazing, genuine friend. You guys are so wonderful. And yeah, that's it for now, guys. All right, I'll be back. Stay tuned for all the new stuff to come soon. All right, peace. Bye. Bye.